6 wins with 15 KOs and 2 losses. Please welcome, weighing in 10 stone, 5 pounds, wearing the black shorts from Bells Hill here in Scotland. Welcome, Scott Harrison! Ladies and gentlemen, this will be 6 3-minute rounds. Your referee will now give his final instructions to both boxers. 6 3-minute rounds.
You both know what I expect of you. Behave yourselves, do as you're told, and above all, defend yourselves at all times. God bless you both.
I just hope, watching this one, Paul, I just hope that Joe Elifdh is up to this. Scott Harrison, 10 world title fights he had. In addition to that, one for the interim title, former WBO world champion, and Joe Elifdh has never been remotely in that sort of level.
No, and Scott Harrison's a welterweight tonight. You know, look at him there. He weighed in tonight on the night because of a late change of opponent, and rightly so. He will have been about 9 stone 8, yesterday 9 stone 9, but tonight he's 10 stone 6, and he's a big fella.
Look at the shoulders on Harrison, and if Joe Elifdh was beaten by a body shot, which he was in the last fight, one thing we know is that Scott Harrison can really deliver body punches.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the class, he's got everything else. He just needs to get a few little rounds under his belt just to blow the cobwebs off.
I'll tell you one thing which I would say about the problems that Scott Harrison had, was that I don't think keeping himself at the featherweight limit for so long helped. I really don't. You know, I mean, he absolutely killed himself to get down to 9 stone.
I can only imagine, John, and as you say,
he was fighting at 27, 28 at the same weight that he did as a junior.
Exactly, and it will have done some damage. Oh, it's a nice left.
That's a good shot. Elifdh's legs stiffened a bit with that one, and he's gone with the second one. 2 left hooks, the damage done. He's got up well, Elifdh, but the quality in the work of Harrison, he's at a different level to this fella, I'm afraid, and I think this fight could well finish here in the first round. Crowd's going wild, they want to see it. Harrison looking for the big shots, and just a little bit over anxious, I think, to deliver.
Elifdh's going with him as well. He's game, he's having a go, and he's swinging with him. That's why he got dropped. He got caught throwing his own shot as well.
Harrison misses with 2 more left hooks. He's looking for the bomb. If Elifdh somehow were able to win this, well, what a huge upset that would be, and all hopes that Scott Harrison has of maybe fighting Ricky Burns or Kevin Mitchell at some stage in the future, that'd be right out of the window.
Yeah, he's got to just be careful and just be mindful of these big wild swings that are coming from Elifdh. You know, he's got plenty of time to do this. There's 5 more rounds to go. He's earned him, he's dropped him, he knows he can hurt him, so just bide your time and wait. Don't let this brilliant, fantastic crowd get to you.
You couldn't help but be stirred by this, though. It's getting a massive support. The noise in here is electric.
So vocal, Andy, the Scottish, they certainly do know how to make a noise and how to create an atmosphere.
Flower of Scotland reverberating around this famous arena. That's a good right hand from Elifdh. Rugby international Richie Gray, huge blonde-haired figure, is sitting over on the far side of the ring, and an old-fashioned exchange of glances from the 2 of them. Here's the knockdown.
Just throwing shots and exchanging at the same time. You know, both throwing left hooks. When you throw a left hook, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be open to receive a shot yourself. Harrison's was the better quality, and Harrison knew where Elifdh's head was. Elifdh was just closing his eyes and trying to land.
Joe Elifdh certainly has the desire to be a famous man here tonight. Scott Harrison already is that.
He's huge here.
Just keep feeling it. He won't get a distance out yet.
His father Peter in the corner with him. Man who's coached him, trained him right the way through his career. Into the second round here, and the noise, if anything, gets even louder. Goodness knows what sort of a noise they're going to make when Ricky Burns walks in. That's the next big fight coming up after this one. Sixth round of this one. Needless to say, the opening would have been scored as a 10-8 round by Richie Davis because of the knockdown. Scott Harrison was never really a big one-punch banger, was he, as a featherweight?
No.
Here at a heavier weight, and he'll be more comfortable. And as you said, he weighed in at what, 10-5, 10-6 for this. How much more power will he have, I wonder?
I'm sure he'll be feeling strong. He'll be feeling as strong as an ox tonight. His last fight, he looked a lot more ripped and a lot more shredded round the abs and round the chest area. But the last fight was his first back at the new weight, and a day before weighing as well.
"35 years old now, Scott Harrison." Elifdh backing into that corner. He's not quite as ready to trade as he was in the opener.
No, I think that's just Elifdh's tactics now, to stand back, to try and make Harrison miss as he's coming in and try and catch him and try and counter him and look for the big lucky shot.
Thing is, though, Elifdh's not a big one-punch knockout guy. He's got wins against the likes of Daniel Thorpe, and his wins have been on points.
Yeah, he's just got to try and make it as difficult as he can for Harrison and try and survive and get through this little onslaught. But Harrison's shot, that's a nice shot.
Good right hand from Harrison.
Harrison's showing his experience, and he's not letting himself get dragged in and get too carried away because he's dropped him in the first round.
A huge step up for Harrison, though, to go from this sort of level up to title level. This is kind of still... Oh, he took a right hand there, but it's kind of still just getting the toes in the water again, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't expect all the cobwebs to be shaken up after his last fight, you know. He's got to be able to sort of bed himself back into the game, the whole fight game in you know, as a whole, not just getting there and box, the whole occasion, everything else, the training. He was out of the ring for a long time and out of boxing, you know, so he's got to get back into the game full time, not just blow a few cobwebs off in the fight.
Lots of people talking about the whys and wherefores of Ricky Hatton coming back up to, what, 3 years. This is effectively a comeback up to 7 years, which is just incredible. I mean, if Harrison were to get back to world title level, even to championship level, I think it would be an astonishing comeback.
Definitely.
Here's action from the second round. Harrison did ship a couple, but that was that quality right hand.
Nice little right screw shot inside, but as you say, caught one on the back of his head himself. That's the good one too, that Elifdh almost landed. The right hand was a glancing shot.
What's it? Joe, it's O'Donnell, you're making it look easy. Stay strong, jabs, 1-2s. Single punch, you keep moving, you're not breathing, look. You don't get in a mental battle with yourself. Come on.
Get that right hand inside your jaw, and you can't hit you with left
Can't hit you with left hook. Right hand both ways, jab, an odd 1-2. Third round.
They're just trying to get him to believe. Peter Harrison, Scott Harrison have been together as fighter and trainer for so long. Harrison just trying to box his way in.
Yeah, I think Elifdh's gained Harrison's respect. The shots that he has landed, he's not steaming in Harrison now, and he's not lunging in, he's being careful, and he's flinching every time Elifdh makes a feint as well, so he's definitely got his respect, but he's just got to keep grinding him down slowly, Scott Harrison. That's another good shot he's just caught Harrison with then.
Well, he had the talking to from the corner. Effectively believe, know that you can do it. It'll do Harrison more good to get some rounds under his belt than just blast the guy out. Scott Harrison came back with that fourth round stoppage over a Hungarian opponent when he returned to the ring in June. And I think perhaps the way in which it was received was overplayed a little bit in some quarters, because in all honesty, although, as you say, he looked ripped and it was great to see him back there, in all honesty, he hadn't beaten a lot.
No, and the opponent wasn't much, but the opponent was the right one that was a bit low. The opponent was the right one at the time to get back in, and this is the right opponent at this time. We can't expect him to come back in and jump straight in with Ricky Baines or Kevin Mitchell, as much as we'd like to see him. He's got to, he's got to bed himself back into boxing again, full stop.
Sure, and to get into a world title fight, it's kind of for his own sense of belief. He's got to think he gets in there and he can do it, and he's only going to get that by coming through fights.
Of course, 100% right.
Third round of this sixth round of Scott Harrison, of course.
Elifdh's corner's advice was spot on, John. It's not hard for him. It's not hard for Scott Harrison. He's just plodding forward, trying to pick his opening. But it's not hard for Elifdh. He just has to keep moving nice and just keep trying to spring a surprise with the big shots. Keep it tight himself, and he's doing well. He's doing okay. Harrison will eventually get there, I think. I think he'll grind him down, and the old experience will show through. But Elifdh's not doing bad at all.
No, he's trying to keep a tighter defence now, and he's not going in there with quite the sort of gung-ho attitude that he did early on. That's nice. Uppercut, left hook.
He's not doing bad at all. I think Harrison will start to get to him with these body shots that he's starting to let go. But his corner were right, giving him the advice. Maybe he needs a bit of belief in himself as well. Don't get in a mental battle with yourself, and I think every fighter will understand that.
Well, he's certainly giving him an argument in this round. And Harrison hasn't done a huge amount in this 3-minute period. Close around that, Paul.
It was. I can't split them. Harrison isn't doing too much work. He's not landing clean shots. Elifdh's doing some good work.